who showed up. What are you doing? He's already had a can of dog food and a bunch of, not too much. I made him wait a little bit. What are you doing? I can't find any chip. I've checked, I scratched, I squeezed, I rubbed. I don't think there's a chip back here. When I said that, I felt something. What is that? Oh, it's a little cut on his skin. Yeah, there's no, I think I could feel a little grain of rice or something. Got some knuckleheads roaming around out here, opening a gate, let the horses out. I jumped on a motorcycle, grabbed my gun, went out and chased them. And while I'm chasing those two knuckleheads, surveillors are kind of weird people, man. They hire people, usually young kids that don't need supervision. You go out, tell them measure here, and record on a freaking thing. And they got to usually climb fences and get to places. So they end up coming out here, and then they start climbing over everybody's fence, tearing down their fence, opening gates, climbing over gates. It's freaking a pain in the ass. It pisses me off. I grabbed my gun and went over to them out and told them to tell they're doing a trespass. And, oh, we work for Chase. I don't even sure who you work for. You ain't supposed to be on this property. So then my horses are out there over there now. Running around free. Look at buddy. Yay! Dad left the gate open. Live your life like someone left the gate open. So I'll call them back. I rode the whole property over there and chased the two knuckleheads off. But while I'm out there running around chasing the knuckleheads, Rin Tin Tin over here shows up, follows me home. Buddy, he's so happy. We're free, screw Dad. We don't need that Dad. Hey, what are you guys doing? What are you boys doing? And of course the wind is coming from that direction, so my voice isn't going to go that far. So I'll fire the motorcycle up and go track them down after a while, let them have a little fun. I think that's like, I don't know, 40 acres or so. I can't get in touch with the owner to let him know that somebody was out there. So I'll let Buddy Boy go ahead and cruise around, probably get in trouble. I'll go check on him in an hour. He'll be stuck somewhere in barbed wire or something. Ain't no damn telling. Rick, you shouldn't let them. You should put them in bubble wrap and lock. Oh, they're horses. They need to be horses. Hey, what are you doing? Had my hand in my pocket. He come up and touched my hand like, dude, pet me. You're a good old dog. I don't know why you don't hang around. I guess you just got that free roaming spirit. I get it. I get it. I'm not going to lock you up. You know, you can come here for a good meal. Like I said, I had some canned dog food. They're going over the hill now. Hi, boys. It's been nice knowing you. Rick, you shouldn't let them. Whatever. Thought that was a tick on him, but it's not. It's like a little scab. I've only found one tick. Look, buddy running and kicking. I've only found, see, Mr. T is more cautious. He's like, man, there might be predators out here. We should probably walk around and kind of check out the fence line, see where else we can go. Crazy damn mules. I mean, what kind of idiot comes on your property, just opens a gate and leaves it open? See, country people, I mean, you don't close gates that are open and you don't open gates that are closed, because whoever owns a property is either doing that so the animals can get to water, or they want the animals to have access, or it's closed so animals don't get out and don't have access and don't get hurt. And freaking idiots come out and they just close gates that are open and open gates that are closed. And I'm like, really, dude? Man, if I'd have seen them open a gate, I'd have freaking went off. But they were way down where the horses were when I saw them. So I had to jump on a motorcycle, grab my gun, start the motorcycle, get through this gate, drive through that gate, and then haul ass up there. They saw my crazy ass get off that motorcycle with my gun. They were like, oh shit. What the hell are you guys doing? Wish I had a camera on. because then if I'd had to shoot him, I'd have had a witness. I'll be happy when they advance body cameras to be smaller so you can wear them, because I'll be wearing one. I like witnesses. I don't like people. People lie. People misremember. People see things that didn't happen or remember things that didn't happen. So I'm not a biggie on I like having a witness. So shit. Smokey's upstairs in the garage. I was in there putting that out. What'd you find to eat, boy? You already found a bone. I already gave you soft food, and I gave you some hard food. You're crunching on something. What'd you find? I don't want to feed you too much because it's not good on an empty belly. So like I said, he got a full-size can of soft food, Alpo, and I don't know, maybe 2 cups of hard food. See, he smells the Alpo back there. That's why I threw the Alpo. What are you doing, boy? Look at you. You're a muddy mess. You and Buddy would get along just stinking fine. You and Buddy would get along fine. Get out of there. You don't need to eat that. Go on. He likes to lick the grease trap. You don't need to lick that. You just had a whole bunch of food. I think when dogs are astray, they have to eat when the opportunity's there. They don't have storage to where they can wait. Damn, that feels like a little grain of rice under there. Oh, that's a scratch. I know, I'm just checking your ear. Don't get sassy. Let me see those teeth, man. Those are some good chompers. Woo, doggies. Whoa, he got some good old teeth. Yes, he does. He got some good old teeth. I know. Yeah. Should be chasing my rabbits. So I hope the rabbits are dug in. His little friend ran off when he saw me on the motorcycle, and he looked at me like, "What's this guy?" And as soon as he heard my voice, he came over and followed me on the motorcycle. What those damn horses are up to over there. I already put the motorcycle up. It's too hard to drive that damn thing with one hand. Could get the Razor. I ain't driven that in a damn while. Ah, shit. I'll let the boys have their fun, and I'll go check on them now, or ring the bell or whistle, see if they come back. If they come back when I whistle, I'll try to pull out the camera. See how long this guy hangs around. All right. So that's what's going down out here, buddy. Oh, I forgot to tell you, of course, the gate was open over here, and the horses were out here. When they saw this dog, they took off running. So now I got damn divots and shit all over my yard. Because when a 1,200-pound horse, especially Buddy, runs full blast from a stop, that's a lot of weight transfer, that little round area on the hoof. That looks like one. That looks like one. What are you sniffing, boy? You run up. Hey, hey, hey! Good boy. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I know. You came back. You were going to get in trouble. You leave that rabbit alone. I know. You leave that rabbit alone. So see, if Mama would have went in there, she'd probably been a little bit safer. I don't know where she went. He stopped pretty good. I mean, hey, good boy. Come on. I know, you're a good boy. I know, you could be a good boy. Come on. Can't be chasing the kitties or the rabbits or you get in trouble. I don't have a gun to shoot, or a BB gun, so I can get hate mail. Why are you shooting that poor? Be quiet, big crybabies. I know. I know. You're a good dog. I'm glad you didn't go after that rabbit. If you'd have kept going, I'd have had to kick you, and we might have had to fight. All right. Well, we'll end that there. And if I had a cam out here, I could figure out when he was going to leave. Now that Mama Kitty's over there, I don't want him going over there and dig. But this is kind of like setting up a teaching moment. Some people would think I should lock him up to protect the rabbit. I think giving him access to the rabbit, let him go over there and then get corrected again, will reinforce that he's not supposed to mess with a rabbit. So my training philosophy, people might say, is more risky, but that's just the way I am. I like to let, just like horses, I like to let them make mistakes and learn from their mistakes instead of panicking and trying to protect them from every mistake so they never learn. Then when it does happen, I'm not there to help them, and they end up panicking and getting hurt. So I'm going to go in the house. Why are you sniffing my boys? Because you don't have any? What are you doing, boy? You're just all over me. You're just all over me if I stop petting you. You're a good old boy. So he probably won't go over there with me out here for a couple of reasons. One, I'm creating a draw because I'm by the kitchen, and every time I go in the kitchen, he knows he gets something to eat. Plus, he's getting a little social need that he probably doesn't get much. He's probably chased off a lot, so he's liking being petted. And I don't mind petting him, and I don't mind him hanging around, but he ain't got no chip. Everybody's like, check right here. Here's where they put the chip. Somebody else said they put a freaking line on his belly. I ain't never heard that. One of the comments was when they chip a dog, they put a tattoo line on his belly. Now, military working dogs, they do have a tattoo, but it's in the ear. And I remember we used to do it. We'd put, they'd get like fingerprint ink, and they'd rub it in the ear. If it was real hairy, they'd shave it, rub it in there, and then we had like a little clamper that you slide in, like V245 or 2V48 or whatever. And if I remember correctly, I think they were like 4 numbers and a letter, maybe a letter and 3 numbers. And it's usually in the ear. So you always do a military working dog. If you ever find a dog and he's got a tattoo in the ear, you might want to call the military and give him the number, because that was a steak bone that he had last week. This is like the second time I saw him lay down out here. So I think he's getting a little more comfortable being here. And I really liked the way he responded when I yelled at him after that rabbit, because there was a definite, he wanted to chase, and he could tell by my voice and my reaction that he wasn't supposed to do that. So to me, that means he's trainable. And of course, if he'd never chased a rabbit, or if I locked the rabbits up, I would never know that, and I wouldn't be able to use that as a training opportunity. But anyway, let's see, what other doggy things can I cover? I'll post this on my dog video too, my horse channel. Let's see. So he's laying down, feeling comfortable. I don't want to really mess with him. I want him to get used to my normal voice, like me talking now, so he knows the difference of my bad voice. And he probably knows my good voice. If I raise my voice and kind of call him over, he'd probably come over. But I'm kind of happy to see him kind of laying down and relaxing, because he normally doesn't lay down out here. I don't think he lays down a lot. He's on the run a lot. But I don't know where the hell he stays all night and where they I was just thinking the other day, I was like, man, it's been like 3 or 4 days, and usually he makes a round in 3 days. I wonder where. And sure enough, I come back, here he comes, making his little loop, making his band of brothers out there roaming their territory. He doesn't look thin. He doesn't look worse for the wear when I see him. So I'm assuming either they're hunting, or maybe other people are feeding them, or they're going where other people have dogs and they're eating their food. Maybe they're killing rabbits and chickens and stuff. I don't know. I would think if he was really used to killing things, he wouldn't have come off that rabbit like he did. I'll have to go back and look at that. I don't know how much I got on video, and maybe I'll add in at the end of this if I see something on that rabbit where I corrected him. Where he just saw something over there, didn't he? And what's funny is, you know, I always say I watch my animals to figure out what's going on with my property. I was in the kitchen, and I saw Mr. T by the fence line with his head up in the alert, like he was worried about something. And I went, what the hell is Mr. T looking at? He usually doesn't put his head that high. Buddy was behind him with his head up, looking at the exact same spot. And I went, I said, something's going on in that pasture. And that's when I went out there and saw those 2 knuckleheads wandering off with my gate open. So, Just because the horses can't bark, they will usually let you know when something is not normal, something out of the ordinary. Just like the birds when they're out here eating. If I feed the birds, they fly when something happens, someone comes up. There was a hawk flying pretty low. I was like, damn, I wonder if that's what got mama, because it came, a chicken hawk came like right here, really low, right behind the barn, circled back, come down here and flew this way. Like it wasn't really circling it, but it did like a turn, and then it flew off that way. But he was pretty low, like he was looking for something. So that might have been what got that baby or that little fur. I haven't seen any babies from any of these guys. Of course, I don't have a male anymore, so. And I never really expected the babies to make it if they had babies. It's just too wild out here. I mean, I don't have any wild rabbits out here. Normally, I've got wild rabbits freaking everywhere. I come out and there's like 8 or 10 all around my house. But lately, I haven't seen a lot of wild rabbits. So, and maybe it's just not cold enough to where they're getting close enough to people for food or whatever. I don't know. He's working that little bone. I said as long as he's laid down. I went out there and put some water in a bucket. He didn't get a drink, so I don't think he's thirsty. If I go inside, I think I'm gonna, he's gonna think I'm going to get him food, and he's gonna abandon that bone. He's a good old dog. I ain't locking up no dogs. Don't I know somebody's right now typing, why don't you lock him up and keep... I ain't locking up no damn dog. Knock it off. Freaking crazy people. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside and see what kind of change in behavior we get here. What are you doing? You're pretty stinking cute. You are pretty cute. Well, you gotta hang around. All right, I'm gonna turn this off unless we get some more action. Okay, so they had T-bones on sale not too long ago. So I got a nice bone-in. I don't think it's a T-bone, it's a bone-in ribeye, I think it was on sale. So he's kind of hanging out here waiting for that because he's gonna get the bone. That steak was $9.99. Great deal. We got a great meat market. Steak in Texas is a little bit cheaper. We got that a little bit. Because of we got all the beef over here. So I think that sucker looks about ready. You ready for a little steak bone there, buddy? He's like, yeah. I know. All right, so turn that fire off. We'll let that simmer. I know. You're gonna get a little steak bone because you're a good boy. He's kind of hanging out this long as he's ever hanging out. Probably because I'm cooking and feeding. But, oh, there's Alexa. Alexa, stop. I had the timer set for the steak. All right, let me pull that steak off and I'll get a little clip when he's eating his bone.